Okay, so, along with the Euros this summer, we got the Copa America. I know not as many people care about this as the Euros, but, seeing as we're from the U.S.,
Yeah, we're both U.S. fans, so
we got a lot of stake in this because, for the first time since 2016, CONCACAF teams will be in the Copa America, which is, in my opinion, how it should be all the time, but that's not really the point of this video. So, yeah, we're going to do our predictions on, of the 16 teams in the Copa America, who we think is going to come out on top, and, the underdogs and, the sleeper picks as well. So, that first group, we got Argentina, Canada, Chile, and Peru. Interesting group. I don't think it's, I don't think we should spend too much time on who's going to top the group because I think that's pretty obvious here.
Peru, of course.
Yeah, I think, honestly, though, Peru might be the second best team in this group.
Yeah, I do agree with you on that. Canada might make an interesting run.
It's an interesting group for seeing who comes in second, I think.
Second. So, of course, Argentina in first, Lionel Messi side. Very good side. World Cup winners.
Yeah. Do you think they win all three of these games?
I think they do win all three of these. Who do you have placing last? Let's start with that.
It's really tough because I think Chile, they have won Copa Americas recently. I do think they've fallen off a little bit in terms of squad quality.
I might put them at last.
I think
that Peru and Canada might sneak past
Canada
them.
is just such a wild card though because with the new the Jesse Marsh appointment, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
They do have quality in their squad.
They do have a lot of quality, but, I mean, with their World Cup performance, it kind of scares me against... They do well against CONCACAF teams, but they don't do too well against teams outside of CONCACAF, which, obviously they played 3 non-CONCACAF teams here. Mm-hmm. If we wanted to be safe, I think we'd go Peru in second, but I'd honestly be okay with putting Canada in second if you feel that upset. But
I agree with Peru being in second.
Yeah.
And then Canada finishing third.
They might finish last, to be honest. But I'm okay with putting Canada in third because I think...
It could go either way.
They do. Canada has the most upside because I think they have... Alphonso Davies is the best player on any of those 3 teams. And I think, Jonathan David as well. I'd put over any Peru.
Another sleeper coming up is a new Inter Milan signing, Tejan Buchanan, striker.
Yeah.
Kyle Larin playing in La Liga, another pick. They do have a very decent squad. We're both from St. Louis. We have Kyle Hebert from St. Louis City.
Yeah, honestly, if he's playing center back for them, I don't see it.
Hey, I mean,
that's the problem with
Messi
Canada.
might get cooked.
Canada has a ton of really good upside, but overall, I don't know if they have enough depth to really compete with some of these teams.
Yeah. Okay, let's just keep it as it is, I guess. Third and fourth in that group it could go either way.
Yeah.
Group B, interesting group here. We have Ecuador, Jamaica, Mexico, and Venezuela.
I think this is definitely the weakest group of the 4. Kind of pissed the U.S. didn't make it in this group. Instead, Mexico got the easiest group.
Yeah.
But I would probably say it's going to be between Mexico and Ecuador for me. Mm-hmm. Because I think Venezuela and Jamaica is okay. They've had some decent
Jamaica almost upset us.
They did
earlier this year. Haji Wright's performance was just
I think Venezuela's one of, if not the weakest teams from South America.
Yeah,
so
they also have a lot of financial issues.
Yeah,
so
I don't think they'll. I'd probably go Venezuela last, Jamaica third.
Jamaica in third. I would have Mexico squeezing past. They have a lot of good quality, I guess, in Europe as well. Like you have Santiago Jimenez doing pretty good right now.
Mexico's just been so bad recently, though.
Yeah, that's the only problem here.
I think Ecuador has the better performances recently, but
World Cup performance was very good.
I could see Mexico winning this group here.
It could go either way.
I think I'm okay with this.
Let's go Group C, USA, baby.
This is a tough one. I think Bolivia last. They're arguably the weakest team in this whole competition.
100%. What do you think about Panama?
Panama is very solid. I think they're probably might be the 3rd best team from CONCACAF. I might put them over Canada, to be honest.
I would too, but What do you think about their chances of placing in the top 2 here?
I don't think so. I think Uruguay and U.S. are too giant of teams with too much talent for Panama to squeeze past them. I know Panama did beat the U.S., but that was like our MLS team.
Yeah, I do agree. And then for the top spot here, what do you think?
I mean, it's going to come down to that Uruguay-USA game.
Yeah, of course, in Kansas City.
Yeah. It is worth mentioning that these games are in the U.S., so the U.S. should have
home field advantage.
Even though I don't think it's really going to matter that much.
Coming just from I guess we do have a little bit of bias here. Both USA fans. I'd squeeze a US pass, but
I don't know. It's tough.
It is a very tough game.
Uruguay definitely has
they do have very good quality.
Their big 3 players, or their top 5 players or so, are a lot better than the US's top 5.
But
I think the US's depth might be a little bit better. I think.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a crazy statement to say.
It could come down to Panama drawing one of us, either USA or Uruguay.
That could definitely happen to us, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely us.
I'd probably go Uruguay first.
Uruguay first. Yeah. So Uruguay, USA, Panama, and then Bolivia.
Yeah. I like that.
Okay. Group D, another interesting group.
This is a tough one.
Brazil. I mean, it's Brazil, a lot of players in form this year, but they have been kind of sliding off recently.
I do think Colombia beat Brazil recently, if I remember correctly. So I think Colombia's on a 2-year unbeaten run, including wins over Brazil and Spain in Madrid. So
very, very interesting. Costa Rica,
Rica's always a solid team, but
they have. I think Keylor Navas has retired.
Yeah,
one of their best players of all time. So
I'd probably go them in last.
Yeah, I'd go with them in last. Paraguay,
they're always a solid team for South America, but I wouldn't put them over those 2 giants in this group.
Colombia and Brazil, what do we think?
This is honestly, it's still Brazil, but it's one of the weakest, if not the weakest, Brazil teams of all time, in my opinion.
Do you think they'll slide by with
I
the number 1 pick?
I would put Brazil in first because I think they can.
I think their quality is just very good right now.
I think the Brazil-Colombia game will probably be a draw.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Brazil will have the advantage of goal differential.
Yeah.
That's my prediction.
Okay. So for Group D, we have Brazil, Colombia, Paraguay, and then Costa Rica. Okay, so we'll start off with the quarterfinals here. We have Argentina versus Ecuador. I really do think Argentina will just go through on this.
Yeah, I think Ecuador could put up a decent fight here, but I go Argentina here.
Yeah. Ecuador does have a very strong side, but I think Argentina will definitely get the better of them here. Let's go on to Mexico versus Peru.
Interesting matchup because I think both these teams are kind of mid, to be
kind
honest.
of mid, but
I go Mexico.
Mexico just sliding by.
Yeah.
There are some very interesting matchups here in this quarterfinals.
Yeah, the other side of this bracket, the Uruguay, Colombia, Brazil, USA is insane.
This is rough. Let's start off with Uruguay and Colombia. What do you think?
I mean, Colombia is in insane form, which makes me kind of want to pick them.
I
feel like.
I do think they're going to go as the underdogs in this game.
Yeah.
And I'd be okay with picking Colombia.
I think I'd pick them just based on form right now.
Yeah. Lastly, this is rough for us. Brazil and USA.
If we could keep this game close, I'd be happy, to be honest.
But realistically,
I go Brazil.
Brazil will get the better of us. Okay. Semifinals, we have Argentina versus Mexico. Another World Cup rematch here.
It is, yeah, and I think it's gonna be the same result. I don't think Mexico really have a chance of beating Argentina here.
No,
so I go Argentina pretty easily.
Colombia and Brazil.
I mean, this will be a rematch in the group stage, which is why I kind of think it's dumb the way they do it in Copa America with the brackets.
Yeah,
but when I said this was gonna be a draw, I would go Colombia here, to be honest.
Colombia?
I think
we could
just to avoid the Argentina Brazil pick.
Yeah, let's go with something different.
I go Colombia, and they are in a lot. Brazil has struggled recently. I think the team isn't as quality as it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they're still better than Colombia on paper, I would probably pick Colombia. I think the vibes are there, in my opinion. The aura is there for Colombia.
Yep. We will be going to Colombia. And then the final.
Argentina, Colombia. I go. Ooh, you never know. You never know because Argentina. I feel like Argentina is a team that's susceptible to upsets because of their play style.
Yeah.
I do think Colombia might have a chance here. I think it's a better chance that people give them credit for. Argentina will definitely be massive favorites going in this game, but I think Colombia has a decent shot, but I probably have to go.
Probably squeeze Argentina right by.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that. I'd go with Argentina. Let's go with the third place. What do we think? This could be
no disrespect to Mexico, but they are not on the same level as the other three teams here, in my opinion.
Yeah. Brazil is definitely gonna win that.
You never know; they might win this game, and then we'll never hear the end of it. Like we got third place in the Copa America.
Yeah.
Trophy
until the USA plays them next time.
Yeah.
Shit on them.
I'd go Brazil here. You never know though, because I mean, if Brazil play in the third place game, that's a huge loss for them. I feel like a huge disappointment.
Yeah. So if Brazil does not make the final,
whereas I think if Mexico in this game they'd be thrilled to even make it this far. So I think the morale would definitely be on Mexico's side.
Yeah.
But I'd still go.
I'd still pick Brazil. If they don't make the final, I think Brazil would definitely get third here.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's just have Argentina as our pick.
Yeah, I like that.